Hello and welcome to the KTaNE custom module making tutorial episode 2. In this video we're going to talk about how to make the module of our module. I'm going to make it as covered as possible, and yeah, let's begin. Okay, so Legend sent me this artist rendition of the FastMath module. We're gonna have a screen here to display two characters, the keypad here to enter the number, the big go button, and a bar that indicates the time left. The first thing we're gonna do is we're going to create a material for our objects. First, right click on the assets folder and create a folder called materials. In this folder, right click and create material. The first material we're gonna create is for the screen. I will name it screen mat. Here at the inspector pane, you see the shader settings here, and I'm gonna change it to KT mobile diffuse tint. And here you see the tint options. Since the screen is gonna be black, I will set the hex color of the tint to black. Be sure that the last two digits of the hex color is FF, or else the color will not be displayed. Okay, exit this one. The next part of it will be the buttons. I would like the buttons to be gray first, and then will turn yellow after the go button is pushed, so I will make it gray material. Just right click, create material. Texture for the keypad will be in the example folder, assets, texture, components, and you see a component keypad.png here. So basically we'll go back to our material folder and then go to this component folder and drag this into the texture box, and as you can see the button is here. We're gonna set the tint properties to gray, so the button will look gray, and we can change the tint color later. Okay, back at the material folder, the go button can borrow the same material because we can change the color in the script, so we're gonna skip that. For the bar, I'm gonna create a simple material here called bar mat, and this bar mat will have again the mobile diffuse tint, and I will tint it to green, which is 00FF00FF. We can change everything in the script, so I'm gonna use green as a placeholder for now. And next, for the border, I will borrow the asset from my neutralization module tube.png here. I will create a folder called texture inside my material folder, and I will drag the tube.png inside here, and then I will create a new material called border tube mat. I will set this one to KT mobile diffuse because we don't need tint here. Okay, select your tube mat and drag the texture inside the texture box, and you're done. The last material we need to create is for the custom font I will be using. I will use the custom font for the screen and the go button, and we'll be using the built-in digits font for our number buttons. Okay, so go create a new material here and set it to, since the font I will be using is called Inconsolata, I will name it like that, Inconsolata Matte, like this, and send the shader to GUI KT 3D text, like that, and it will require the font's texture. I will import the fonts from my KTaNE neutralization mod here. Just drag it into your assets folder, expand it, and you will find a thing called font texture. Just drag it into your newly created font material, just like that. So after we created all of our material, we'll start making the model. Go to your hierarchy pane, and then right click and select 3D object and cube. I'll rename it to screen and drag it into FastMat prefab. I will resize the scale to like 0.05, 0.02, and 0.05 first, because it will be easy to work on. Now we'll set the Y position of it. I like to use Y scale 0.02 because I can just set the position to 0.01 and it will fit nicely. Next, we're going down here and into the MeshNet renderer component, and you can see here the material element here is set to default material, which give us a white thing here, and I will change it to screen materials, so it will be black. Push that circle and select it to screen matte, and it will be like that. Now we'll put the offset here. Okay, reduce the C scale to maybe 0.04 and scale X to 0.0. Okay, 0.1 is looks good. Okay, like that, and then we'll adding the text to the screen. So I will right click at the screen and select 3D object and 3D text, like this. First, what you want to do is change the anchor and alignment here. Set it to middle, center, and center. So the text will be at the center of the screen. I will set it to AA1 space, and changing the font, I will set it Inconsolata, and don't forget to change the material to Inconsolata Matte as well, or the font will not display correctly. Next, change the font transform rotation X to 90, and as you can see, the text will be visible right now. Set the position to 0.53 or something like that, and then change the scaling to 0.1, 0.2, 0.1. As you can see, the text will be a lot smaller. And then to make it looks better, I will set the character size to 0.5 and increase the font size. As you can see, it's scaled nicely. I will change the name to screen text. Okay, so we change the color as well. Okay, this looks okay. Save the prefab. And next, we're gonna create the buttons here. Right click on the fast mat and create a cube. And we name it button 0. And then we will change the scaling to something a lot smaller. Again, scaling Y to 0.02, position Y to 0.01. This is too small. Zero point zero 0.02. We need 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this size should work. Okay, what you want to do first is again set the materials of this button to the button mat. Okay, like that. As you can see, it will be a tint gray button, like on the screen. And then next, I will add the text to a button. Right click on it, select 3D object, 3D text, set it to button 0 text. Set the Y-X rotation to 90, font to Inconsolata, materials to Inconsolata matte, character size 0.5, enter, middle center, alignment center, and Y 0.53, just like this one, it aligns perfectly. Okay, so after a bit of testing, I found that this material is not seems to be working correctly with alignment. So I change it to Inconsolata instead. It works better. Okay, font size to 150. And it should look pretty good. Button is a bit small. Okay, oops. Okay, make it a bit bigger here. Next thing we need to add is the selectable and highlightable components. The game selectable component tells the game that this object can be selected, and we need to set the parent and children properties of it as well. I will set this parent to fastmat module because you need to click the module first before you can click this button. Children to 0, okay, and the highlight. The easiest way to do the highlight is to copy your button and paste it again. Remove the text and set it to button 0 highlight. Actually, you don't have to set the name of the text and the highlight because it won't be changed anyway, like this. And then at the button highlight, you must remove the collider out to prevent click-through problem where where your module can be selected from another side of the BOM. That is not good. Just select on the upper right corner here and select remove component. Remove selectable as well. Then add the KM highlightable component here. Go back to your button game object and set highlight to button highlight. Okay, so back at our button highlight object, go to material and set it to highlight overlay. Thanks to Timmy for this tip. And then set your scaling of it to around 1.2 for X and Y. Oh, sorry, X and Z. And for Y, set it to 0.5. And drag the Y position up. Pro tip here. Set it to X position and then drag it. The highlight will be visible when the bottom of the highlight is above your backplate, as you can see like this. It's also very useful to set the viewing mode to isometric. Just clicking this box here, it will toggle between the perspective mode and isometric mode. The isometric mode will give you much better view to the module. Again, if you set the scale to Y 0.5, the value the position Y 0.53 is quite good. As you can see, it will align up perfectly. After you have aligned this, just remove the mesh renderer component out. Like that. And then you can now copy this button to do the button from 0 to 9 and the submit button as well. The pause here will be the same. Copy this and paste it 3 times. Add them back to FastMat. Set it to 1, 2, 3, something like that. And then for the X position, I will align them around something like this. First, for this one, I will set it to -0.06, and this one is going to be around let's say -0.028, or okay, -0.03. And then for the C position, I will set to 0.014. Okay, so we're stepping at 0.03. Set this one to 0 and this one to 0.03. Will align up nicely. A bit bigger than I expected, but should be fine. We still have a lot of room here for the bar. Okay, so I'm grouping these buttons into one group. Okay, so we're making the second and third row. just copy these, drag it into fast math. This one set to 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so again we will leave the gap of 0.03, so this one will be minus 0.016. And again I will copy these buttons and paste them again. This one will be 8, this one will be 9. Okay, I will delete the 7, this one, because the submit button will be in place of 2 small buttons. Button submit. Okay, I will drag these down another 0.03 steps, so minus 0.046. Oh wait. Wait a bit. Minus 0.046. Okay, rename this one 8, 9, submit, and delete this one. Delete. Okay, this one will have 2 times the C scale, so set to 0.05. Oops, sorry. It'll be the X scale 0.05. And we change the text to submit. Reduce font size too big. Set this Y scale again. Okay, not quite fit. Okay, so I will change the text here. Change it to 1, 2. Okay, let's save our prefab real quick. It's a little bit bigger than I expected, but I think we still have a place for the go button. I will just borrow this screen because it's not that much difference. Go BTN. Okay, drag down. Okay, need to change its size. Okay, scaling C 0.02. Okay, 0.1. Screen text. Okay, the scaling 0.1. Okay, 0.3. should be good. Need to go. Reduce the font size a bit. Okay, it fits. And then change the material to, okay, let's try button mat first. Not really working. Okay. Doesn't really looks great. Go set to red. Okay, so we just create a new material for it. Okay, so it looks a bit better. And now I will group these buttons together. Create empty. And then select all of these. Drag to the game object. Break. Okay. I'll name it buttons. Okay, save my prefab again. Now for the tube, again I will just copy our object from the go button. Name it tube. Okay, tube will have the, I will use the tube mat here. Remove the text. Okay, we'll have to rescale it. Okay, I think 0.05, 4.5. Okay, 4.5 is not gonna. Okay, it's overflow. 0.04, then 3.5. Okay, fine. 3.5 is gonna be that. Zero 0.12. Okay. So we have this tube here. Next, we're gonna have to create a bar that will go down during the time until the time is out. There is no more time. I found a great tricks on how to scale the object one side on Stack Overflow, and to do that I will just first I will have to create a bar first. I will just copy this tube thing here and create it into a bar like this. Okay, set the material to bar mat we've created before. The position must be a bit higher. or else it won't be seen. Again, I will drag it into a tube and set to 0.53, just like before. Scaling needs to drop. First, make it the full bar. Okay, this looks pretty nice. And then for the bar, okay, so you see when I scale the game object, it will scale in both sides. We don't need that. We only need to scale it one side. So the trick here is to create an empty game object under the tube. I will name it to bar control, just like that. And make sure everything is 0. Drag the bar under bar control, and then set the C positions to half the scaling of C. Or actually, if you wanted to move one side to the left or right, you will set X instead. But I need to set it up down, so I will set the C. Basically, just divide half of the C scaling and put it here. I will put in 0.44, just like that. And then go to bar control, drag it down, actually minus 0.44. And then see the magic happens when I scale this one. As you can see here, it works perfectly. And we're done. The very last thing we need to do is to make all the buttons selectable. Go back to your FastMath module, and under the KM selectable part here, as you can see, the children is still not set yet. Now we need to count. Well, we need to we need to know how many buttons we have, but not just count the button. Let's pretend that we have the matrix of buttons here. Okay, I have to use the screen draw here. Okay, frame. Okay, so this is our virtual matrix. Basically a matrix of 4 by 4. And since it's a 4 by 4 matrix, we have to set the children's size to 16 and then run the element like this. We have to point it to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then point to submit 2 times and go button 4 times. You might ask me why we need to do that. We made that so that the gamepad will work correctly with our module. Also see the child row length properties here. We have to set it to 4 as well, so that the game know that on one row there is 4 buttons to be selected, and the gamepad, you can use gamepad to select up, down, left, right correctly. Okay, let's do that. Set the child row length to 4, and then set the children's size to 16. Okay, element 0 is button 0, element button 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, submit, and submit again, and then oh sorry, I forgot to add selectable to the go button. Okay, selectable, parent as FastMath, highlight, Oh, holy crap. I forgot to do everything. I forgot the highlight as well. Okay, just do that real quick. And then copy that and paste it under this one. Remove text. Maybe to go highlight. And set this position to 0.5, scale to 0.1.2, 0.5, 1.2, element to highlight overlay, remove collider, and okay. Looks okay, but I will change this X position a bit. Okay. Oops, wait. Okay, made it a little bit more center. Like this. Okay. Works great. Set it to remove these. Okay, mesh render will need to go. Add highlightable to this one. Okay, go highlight. Back to our prefab. I will add the go button 4 times here. Okay, we're done. Save it and press play. Okay, we select the module and then we can then select all these buttons. Looks like I will need to make the highlight a little bit smaller because we have so less areas, and we have to make this bar a little bit lower as well. Okay, it works. This fits perfectly. Okay, save the prefab again and save the scene. Okay, hope you enjoyed this video, and we will continue in episode 3 when we're scripting our module. If you like this video, like and subscribe. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment. Thanks for watching.